Well, I taken I knew what that plane was anyway, which as you can see that was a Beech 19 keen air levels anyway. As you can see, that was one of the copyright planes. As you can see anyway, this was the Beech 19 keen air levels anyway. Which as you can see the registration here with obviously before is G-WKTO, that is. Which obviously as you can see that's one of the registration as we see anyway. So you can see the registration is G-WKTO, that is. And as you can see the call sign, as you can see there, is WKT56, that is. And wherever you can see it, it's flown here, well it's flown here just about over 18,000 feet from here anyway. Which as you can see today that's on doing some training anyway, today that's on doing some mapping training anyway. Which as you can see that just took off at Nuke Airport, I believe, anyway. That's just took off from Nuke Airport anyway, around just before 2:30 I believe anyway. It just took off at Nuke Airport, Nuke anyway, which was on the ground at the time then anyway. But as you can see it's just now coming back I believe anyway. Yeah, but it looks like I think it's going to come back again anyway. In a few minutes I think it's probably going to come back again anyway. But anyway, can't see it now, but it looks like it's going to try to come back again anyway. I'll just wait till it pops out anyway. But it's doing some mapping drain anyway. There we go, I think it should be coming over now, but I can't see it. Can definitely have it coming back now anyway. Can't see it though, but it is coming back, but I can't see it. There it is, up there. There's another one over there, I don't know what that one is, but oh, I can't see the other one anyway. There you go, look, as you can see, that was the second one I've just seen, which that was the Draken Aviation Services, that wasn't it? That was the Draken Europe Aviation Services, that was anyway. That was the second one I've just seen anyway, which that was the Draken Aviation Services anyway. And that registration here is G-FRAR, that is. As you can see with the call sign, it's Amber 3, that is. And just you can see with this one here, that flew about just nearly about 19,000 feet anyway, I believe. And it comes back with the Beech 19. It's coming back now, there he is. Oh, I've pretty much lost it. Oh, where is he? There he is. So anyway, as you can see, I think that was the yeah, so the first one I've just seen, which that was a Beech 19 Keen Air, that was anyway. On the Draken Aviation Services, it's coming back, I think, anyway. I think that's also doing training. There he is, look. Comes back the FA20. So yeah, so that was the two aircrafts I just anyway, which that one was the Beech 19 Keen Air, that was anyway, which as you can see, that's just now doing mapping train over our side this time anyway, which as you can tell anyway from here. And because with this one here, that's literally, as you can see, it's been doing mapping train over towards Truro, and then from Truro into, as you can see, it's did mapping train over by Hale as well anyway. So yeah, and as you can see, that's been doing mapping train all the way from Exeter as well anyway. And where he's come from, I think it took off somewhere near Renchford, I think, probably near Renchford, I think. It took off somewhere near Renchford anyway, but I don't know what airfield it's called anyway, but you know. Anyway, I'm going to have to stop the video anyway. I'll catch you there. Okay, so just getting back to see this one here, as you can see, this one was the Beechcraft E90 that was anyway, which that was the Beech, talking of that, this was the Beech Kino 19 we've just seen. Anyway, this one here was doing some mapping training anyway, as unfortunately I kept on filming the other plane, the other one, as we did see anyway. As you can see, this one tells me this is coming from late to Birmingham anyway. Which, as you can see here though, this is how much mapping training has been doing anyway. Talking of that, if I go back to there we go. As you can see, this is how much mapping training has been doing anyway. So as you can see, the registration, like I said, it was G-WKTO that was. And with the call sign registration is WKT56 anyway, and that flew near about 18,000 feet that did anyway. And because with the other one, I think if I go to fly radar a minute, I think fly radar 24 should have it though anyway. So it was G. There we go. Doesn't say where it's come from anyway, but there we go. There we go. I think it's somewhere near where Games doing is anyway. I think it might have taken off from somewhere near Gameston Airfield anyway. If I go to ADXB, I think ADXB should probably know it. I think anyway. I think ADXB is changing, will probably know it anyway. So there we go. There's Renford. There we go. There we go. Somewhere it took off near some. This is where it took off from its base. Called Renford Gameston Airport. This is where the Beech. This is where the Beech 19 came from anyway. Which that was the first plane I've just seen anyway. Which that came from its base at Renford Gameston Airport. Anyway, and where is the Draken Aviation Services? Which that one we normally see, and that registration is G-FRAR, that is, and as you can see, that's with the call sign number 3, that is anyway. Obviously, I think with that one I've just missed the overhead pass of it, because obviously for some reason I've missed the overhead pass with that one, unfortunately, because I didn't get to see the overhead pass with that one anyway, because turns out I've only just saw the Cornwall Air Ambulance coming over anyway to start with. That's why I missed the overhead pass to start with anyway. Which unfortunately I've only got to see that one anyway. Actually, that one came just before where the Draken Aviation Services did the overhead pass anyway. Whereas the Cornwall Air Ambulance I've just seen anyway, which that one is GKRAO, that is, and that's the Augusta Western AW109SP, that is anyway. Which this is one is taken over from the other Cornwall Air Ambulance, which is the AW169, which at the moment is at Listgard anyway. Which hopefully the Cornwall Air Ambulance AW169 hopefully should be back in action, hopefully probably this week, hopefully should be returning back to Newquay Airport anyway. Whereas the AW109SP, hopefully that should be going to do another maintenance, hopefully at probably Listgard, hopefully anyway. I think because at the moment, because of the AW169s at Listgard doing some maintenance at the moment. So yeah. So this is where the AW169 is at the moment, just at Listgard heliport at the moment. So this is where we saw this one anyway, which it was the Augusta Western AW109 anyway. So yeah, which was this one here we've just seen anyway, which that one we did occasionally see was the GKRNO, that was anyway, which that one we did see. That came over anyway. That's flew past here about 800 feet anyway. So yeah. This is where I caught a video of that one anyway, when it did came over anyway, which that one I did see though. So yeah, and going back to this one, I think that one is probably heading back to its base at Renford Gameston Airport, I believe anyway. And whereas the FA-20, the Draken Aviation Services, oh god, because ADXB exchange is playing up. Okay, so with the G-FRAR, the Draken Aviation Services, that took off from its usual base at Bournemouth Airport around to 2:52 PM, I believe, anyway. So that just took off from its base to Bournemouth Airport around 2:50 PM anyway. Which that one we did occasionally see a bit anyway. Doing this training quite a bit anyway. Which that one we occasionally see here on a Tuesday normally. The Draken Aviation services anyway. So yeah. But anyway. So talking about, we did see this one. Which it was the Beech 19 Kinnair that was anyway. Which I presume that one I did see apparently. I think anyway. And that registration here I've not seen before though. It's G-WKTO that is anyway. Which that one I've not really seen before at Penryn. This is probably the first time I ever caught the Beech 19 Kinnair anyway. So yeah, I think this is the plane I did call the other time, I think anyway. Back in Truro anyway. When I was at my grandparents' place anyway, because I did actually see that one anyway. No, I think it was the other one. I think the other registration, I think it was MPOWR, I think it was. Yeah, that was the one I did see apparently. But this time I get to see the G-WKTO that was anyway. So yeah. As you can see, it's been doing mapping training so far, but so far so good. It's been doing mapping training anyway. As it did took off a Newquay Airport around, as you can see, took off a Newquay Airport around 2:30 anyway. So yeah, it looks like it has been visiting to Newquay Airport today apparently. So yeah, because talking about it has been visiting to Newquay Airport today anyway, which is weird. So yeah. So as you can see, it's only done like 4 mapping trains so far. It's only done about 4 laps so far around my place. And then it did 4 over Red Driftshaw way. So yeah. And also I did a loop over Hale as well anyway. And also as you can see, it's done a loop over towards just over far side of Falmouth Bay anyway. Okay, so yeah, that was just those 2 planes I've just seen, which that was the Beech 19 Kinnair and the Dassault Falcon 200, that was. Okay, so, yep, I think the FA20, the Draken Aviation Services, is heading back to its base at Bournemouth Airport, and whereas this one here is heading back to its base at Renford Gameston Airport. Okay, so, yep, thanks for watching, bye-bye.